What's up YouTube, it's AOS85 here. I'm bringing you guys the spell card discussion for Dark World Dueling. This is the spell lineup for the Dark World deck, and I'll go into the discussion about why I have my choices and just like what each choice brings to the deck. So without further ado, let's get into it. First, we have to draw a card, Dark World Dealings. Each player draws one card and then each player discards one card. Obviously this is a great draw engine for the Dark World deck. Primarily because it gives you the option of funneling through your deck to obviously draw one more card, while also being able to discard a card, ideally a Dark World monster, which will help you activate your Dark World monster's effects. This card was created primarily for the Dark World monsters, but sees played in a lot of other decks, Fabled specifically. Obviously it has the drawback of allowing your opponent to draw a card, which could obviously get them a combo card or a key card they could need. And it also has the added drawback of allowing them to discard, which can be both a positive or negative. Positive for you, or negative for you, depending on the deck you're playing. Against the Fable deck, against the mirror match of Dark World, or even against the Plant Synchro deck, getting monsters to the graveyard can be very, very hazardous to your health and beneficial to your opponent. However, I mean, there are more times than not that this card allows you to make significant advantageous pluses, while sometimes even minusing your opponent. So, I think it's a good card for the deck, and I personally like it, and I run it in 3s for my build. Next, the field spell card, Gate of the Dark World. What I think boosts Dark World monsters to like insane capacities. First of all, it boosts all Fiend type monsters attack and defense by 300. So it's like, not only does it obviously affect your Dark World monsters, but any other Fiend type monsters you might play. Since I play Synchro Fiend type monsters, and I play Fabled's Raven, who's also a Fiend monster, it enables me to have superior attack and defense against most of my opponents. 300 attack and defense is nothing to look at. And that was my dog acting silly, forgive him. But that's not even the best part of the card. Once per turn, you can remove one Fiend type monster from your graveyard from play to draw one card and discard one card. It is amazing. It means that you can use all the Fiend type monsters in your graveyard to some advantage, removing them from play to continue the draw engine, and then discarding a card, ideally another Dark World monster to activate its effect. This has an amazing combo with Brow. Is it Brow? I believe it is. Not Brow, I forget his name. 1 second while I'm thinking. Yeah, well, I was right. With Brow, Huntsman of the Dark World. This card right here. When he's discarded to the graveyard, you draw one card. And if he's discarded by opponent's card effect, you draw 2 cards. So if you use Brow, for example, for the activation of Gate of the Dark World, not only will you draw a card for Brow's effect, but you end up drawing a card for Gate of the Dark World. And Brow is also a perfect monster to remove from play with this effect, because you probably won't be using him too much besides having a draw engine. It also sets up your remove from play, return from the different dimension plays, which can be awesomely amazing, and just another way for the deck to easily be able to win. We have our MSTs, obviously. Allure of Darkness, another remove from play, banished mechanic. Yeah, they've changed the remove from play mechanic to now banishment. It's all good, I'll say banished. So, Allure of Darkness, you banish one dark monster from your hand to draw 2 cards. Or actually draw 2 cards and then you banish a monster from play. So it's a great way to siphon through your deck, and allows you to choose who you want to remove or not. It also fuels the return from a different dimension plays as well. Book of Moon, staple. Trunade, Reborn, Dark Hole, staples. Card Destruction. This card in this deck is amazing. You empty your hands and redraw cards to your hand equal to the number of cards you emptied. At worst, you're going to be discarding 1 card. You're going to play this card. You have, at worst case scenario, you have 2 cards in your hand. You activate this card, and you discard the other card in your hand, which allows you to draw 1 more card. So essentially, you're negating yourself 1. However, if that card you discarded is a Dark World monster, it allows you to do infinite more plays. So, and best case scenario, you have a bunch of Dark World monsters in your hands, and you activate card destruction. They're all getting their effects simultaneously, and that can be extremely devastating and funny to see your opponent have basically the entire field nuked or has stuff special summoned or anything. It's just an amazing freaking card. I like it in this deck. And I play it over Morphing Jar because Morphing Jar is a monster that needs to be set in order for that to play. And I personally believe in card spells in the sense that they can be activated instantaneously. Yes, Sheen can negate it, but you have a lot of ways to get over Sheen in this deck, so not a big thing. And finally, Dark World Lightning. This card allows you to destroy one face down card your opponent controls and discard one card. So it can be a face down spell trap card or a face down monster card, which increases its versatility. It allows you to discard a card for enabling you to potentially activate one of your Dark World monster's effects. The worst thing about this card is that for chainable traps or even spell cards, it doesn't work. For example, if your opponent has a face down Road Oppression and you try and destroy it with Dark World Lightning, they can activate Road Oppression, not necessarily activating their effect, but flip it face up to have it active, which would they basically make Dark World Lightning's effect disappear. It's only an effect face down cards. So that's one of the reasons why I don't run in multiple copies. I side deck an extra copy, just to be sure. Sometimes I go back and forth between 1 and 2 copies in my side deck. But generally speaking, this is a great card, which I run at 1, to take down face down stuff. So there we have it. The spell lineup for Dark World Dueling. As usual, thank you for watching, YouTube. Continue to rate, comment, and subscribe. And put all your comments, of course, down there or PM me. Till next time, peace out.